Hello everybody, the new adventure begins. Well, kind of, sort of. This is the Florida Turnpike, of course. Not a whole lot to see, so this first part of the trip is just going to be a line on the map. We're going to Pelicamp, and today is actually March 19th. Tomorrow is the first day of spring, so this could very well be the first episode of the spring season, but it is not. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why right after this. I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV, yeah. Well, this is the thing, and I want to thank Greg at Casita RV Life for hooking me up with basically hooking me up with the person who's going to do this job. As you know, Minitini won my original trailer. Minitini has been sitting at Pelicamp, first at the average camper's place and then at Pelicamp for the past 2 years. So, but I want to get it, roadworthy again. So that's what we're gonna do. As you know, that original trailer had a misalignment on the axles, and the idea is to get those axles aligned, get those wheels serviced, new brakes, new bearings, the whole 9 yards. And hopefully eventually upgrade the power systems too, because even though I love having the larger trailer and I love having a new trailer every year, I want to take that original, almost vintage trailer by now on trips here and there from time to time. So that's the plan. It's not really a travel episode, but hopefully I'll be able to film some of the work they're gonna do on the axles and whatnot. And then I'll show you the final result. We're gonna get it detailed as well. Minitini rides again, but let me tell you, it wasn't without some trouble. None of the lights, none of the tail lights were working. Rob, thanks once again, Rob, Average Campers, for helping me out. We were able to rig it so we have partial tail lights, at least, brake lights and running lights and turn lights, So the only bad thing now, I'm gonna make it to Jacksonville, or to Yulee rather, at night. But tomorrow we're hopefully fixing the axles finally, and putting new brakes, and we might even get a nice car wash. We'll see. We're back at Pelicamp. Not everything worked as planned, but doesn't Site 1 look lonely without Minitini on it? It does. Well, to say that didn't go as planned would be an understatement. It's been a stressful couple of days. And great couple of days too. I got to hang out with our friend Greg. You may know him on the tubes as Casita RV Life. I know the internet is a series of tubes that sometimes get clogged. There's a joke there somewhere, but I digress. In any case, Casita RV Life, great. It turned out, you know, we were only gonna do like the axles, which is something that we're taking care of, but also the rear lights on the trailer, the running lights and the brake lights, none of them were working. So there's a wire cut off there somewhere. We're gonna have to fix that too. But then, as we were getting a car wash, or an RV wash in this case, we discovered, or the person discovered, that the roof on Minitini 1 is bad. It has to be replaced. I mean, it's the front and rear wood panels are completely rotten, and that's gonna be another issue. The good news is, in a couple of weeks after all this is said and done, Minitini is gonna be almost a brand new trailer. Just have to fix a couple of things inside, you know, more aesthetically than anything else, and it'll be a new trailer, but that's another story for another trip. Yeah, right now I have to get back to Miami, so enjoy the ride. While I was away in Washington, D.C. with Mom, you'll see those videos pretty soon. Greg and his son, they moved Minitini from Allen's Trailer Service to a different shop that specializes in RV roofs, and they're gonna redo the roof and do a triple buffing on Minitini to make it shine again. Well, here's Minitini, all shiny, looking almost brand new. We got a brand new roof here, and they will put some new vents. That same day, I brought Minitini back to Pelicamp. But before that, and I didn't film it because it was a little bit of a stressful day, Greg, Casita RV Life, he was able to fix my tail lights and my turn lights and my running lights and all that. He had to run new wires, but in the end, Minitini 1 is almost as new. Almost. Well, to say that didn't go as planned would be a great understatement. And, well, let me tell you what happened. Let me recap. Let me tell you what happened. By the way, we're at Pelicamp here, and it's getting to that time of the year where it's starting to get uncomfortable. You know, it's getting hot. That time of the year when bug spray is your best friend. So I think, you see, even then, even with bug spray. But you know, as you saw what happened. Originally, we were just gonna do the axles, and you know, do a detailing, make it look pretty. And then we discovered that the roof was no good. And before that, as I was going to Yulee to meet up with Greg, by the way, thank you. I want to thank Greg profusely. He's been invaluable in all this. You know, his help has been, and his friendship and his hospitality. And thank you, by the way, Greg and Angie for the T-shirts. Maybe I can show you the back later. But well, check it out. I'm bearing the lead here. Minitini shines again, and that's the main thing. And I'm very happy with Allen's trailers, which they did. We didn't replace the axles, and that's the only thing that I kind of regret, not being able to put a lift kit on it and raise it up a little bit. But other than that, you know, he aligned the axles, which we'll find out when if we ever do a longer trip with it, how well aligned they are. But he did replace the brakes, he did replace the bearings, and we got new tires on it. And it was very reasonably priced, so that part I'm very happy with. The roof, which I'm gonna show you in a minute here, it seems to be a good job. Seems to have been a very, they did a good job doing the roof. It's one of those roofs that has this material on top. I forget what it's called, but it does have a lifetime warranty as long as I own the trailer. So that's good. As you can see, I put back the sticker now, so it's as it was the last time we traveled with it. Let me show you inside. Let me show you the things that I don't like as much about the job that they did, because and if there's something to be learned from this experience, is sometimes you have to be on top of people, and basically, especially if you know, tell them what you want specifically, because otherwise they will make the wrong decision. Oh man, I had forgotten how loud these pneumatic air conditioners were. Let me close here this cupboard so I can show you Minitini 1 here, and actually I kind of miss the coziness and the simplicity of Minitini 1, let me tell you. Let me show you what I don't like first, and then I'll show you what I like about what they did. They replaced apparently the outside part, but look at this, how they cut this. I mean, it's not the prettiest job, if you ask me. So I mean, this thing doesn't. I mean, it wasn't cracked like this. So what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to end up replacing this flange here. I forget what it's called. I like the fact that I'm gonna show you they put covers on the fantastic vents, so now we can use them even when we are when it is raining. We can use them. And the other thing, this here, I don't recall missing the drain cover there, which I'm sure we can buy one, but that drain cover was there, and this here, you know, the cover here. So something may have happened. I mean, it's a big job. They had to remove everything from the roof and then put it back. So yeah, the solar is not working. That's the only thing that is not working, and I presume it's a fuse that I have, and that in order to get to that fuse, I may have to remove the refrigerator vent in the back. We'll see how that goes. By the way, thank you, Greg. Also, he gave me his old solar controller, so I'm gonna install that very soon here. I did put another sticker here in the back, exactly where the old one was. For some reason, these new stickers I ordered are just a tad smaller for some reason. So, but that's no big deal. And eventually, I'm gonna put all the new stickers that I have here. Let me climb up on the roof so I can show you what it looks like. Here we are, and I've already walked on it a couple of times. This is the third take of this video, by the way, in case you didn't know. But yeah, I like the vents. I like, you know, they replaced the solar panels, same where they were. We had to cut a piece of the antenna because for some reason the antenna was resting on top of the solar panel, which it wasn't before, but I didn't want to argue and just cut it off because I'm not really using the TV antenna. I just use it as a support for the WeBoost antenna. That's the vent in question, is in the bathroom. And here, this is the refrigerator vent that right now I'm not gonna do it because I don't really need to use it at the moment. But eventually I'm gonna just remove that and see if I can get to that fuse down there. But yeah, as you can see, it has, well, yes, as you can see, it has that you know, like that, you know, coating that it perfectly seals everything. So you'll never have to, you know, I'm never gonna have to like be redoing die-core or anything like that. So that's good. Now the other thing, and as you saw, this was one of those things that you wanted to do something, and something else happens, and something else happens, and something else happens. And the first thing that happened that caused the original delay in me going into Yuli and getting the work done was the tail lights. And of course, our neighbor here, Average Campers, you know them from YouTube. They're the reason why we moved to this area, because of the video of them of theirs that we watched. He helped me out initially just so I could drive to Yuli. But then Greg, you know, He used to do this kind of thing on submarines, so doing it in Minitini 1, no big deal for him. We rewired the back. We ran wires for both brake lights and the running lights in the back and ground. There was nothing. The back here was dead. So now, as you can see, we ran just the wire through that channel into the light fixture, and all the lights work now. So we're legal. So that's basically it. And overall, I'm happy with the results. I'm just not so happy with some of the decisions that they made about the roof. You know, I should have been there. You know, I should have been there basically telling them what to do, but I wasn't. So the only really bad decision they made, they decided it was a good idea to remove the prop right hitch. Maybe so it was easier for them to move the trailer around with the tractor or whatnot. But these hitches are not trivial to remove. And when they removed it, you know, they bent some of these metals. I mean, it works, still works well, but yeah, we had to replace some parts in the hitch, and yeah, they basically the guy who removed the hitch didn't show up that day, and they were missing parts, and that actually was the part that got us the most peeved, if you will. The fact that we had to spend half a day replacing the hitch, and then half a day doing the rewiring. And yeah, last night I got here very late at night. Now let me show you Pelicamp. We've done a few upgrades here to Pelicamp. And since you know I have you here as my captive audience now on this video, let's make it a little longer and show you Pelicamp. And by the way, Minitini 1 right there. I know it's looking a lot better, and hopefully we'll be able to take it out on trips here and there. I need to do some restoring inside, but everything works. Water heater works, refrigerator works. You know, it's got a brand new, almost brand new SureFlow water pump. So eventually we'll either take it on short trips. We might even, oh, that's a new pine tree right there. We might even take it to Alaska. I don't know. The one thing that I would have liked to do was to lift it up a little bit. And that wasn't possible. That was not possible, keeping the same axles that we have. And putting new axles would have been prohibitively expensive. So, but look at that. We now have a fence here at Pelicamp. So that's our fence, which also Greg, Casita RV Life. Check him out. Check out his channel. He's got a good channel. About basically travels with his casita and all kinds of how-to projects. Like he just did like a whole new lithium battery install and whatnot. So yeah, we've got a fence. I mean, we didn't have the tools to stretch it properly, but it's everything. I mean, you know, it's a barrier so we don't get you know, uninvited wildlife in here and whatnot. And it came out good. It was a pain to install it, and I'm sure Greg, Casita RV Life, can attest to that. But we did it. What else have we done here? I've been planting some plants. I don't know if they're gonna survive. As you can see, it's already spring in Florida and vegetation is growing. I did plant one azalea. It was beautiful 2 days ago, but right now it's, I mean, it looks like it's gonna survive. It's just that the flowers are not, you know, they're kind of dying. and we've been, you know, picking up pieces of trees here and there. But yeah, it's a Pelicamp looking good. Let me show you here the back, the other fence that we you know, installed back here. And this is the back of the property. And this is just a private road. This road is a private road. It belongs to the person who lives back there in that property back there. But yeah, so we don't really have any neighbors to the back. You know, that's their property, but that's like a 10-acre property. It's very large, so they're not anywhere close to us. we just have the two neighbors on both sides, and that's what the next project is gonna be, you know, trying to grow some vegetation. So it's like a natural barrier between them and us. Let me show you, because I already have some muscadine grape growing here where I decided originally it was a great idea to pile all the firewood right next to the property line to my neighbor's fence. But that turned out to be not such a great idea, because now I want vegetation to grow in this area, and I have all this wood here that eventually I want to move somewhere else. But yeah, I've been planting stuff. Hopefully it'll survive. I planted this. I have no idea what they're called. The guy at the nursery recommended them. He says that they grow pretty thick and pretty large. So yeah, I don't want to. I mean, he seems like a nice guy, but I don't want to see his place all the time. So that's what we're doing here. Eventually, I'm gonna cut all this wood, and I did plant. Hopefully, they'll survive. They're cedar trees, red cedar. Hopefully, they will survive. And there was something else that we did here at Pelly Camp, and I cannot remember, because it was in the back of my mind to mention it to you. We're back here oh, I did fly the drone earlier today, so I'm gonna show you some of those images as well. Oh, of course, one more thing. One more thing, let me show you here. We have Starlink, and of course you already saw the video of us, of me testing it out the first time I installed it. By the way, isn't this the cutest thing? I have this bird feeder here on my tree here, which looks very nice here, welcoming everybody. And hopefully, if that azalea survives, that would add a touch of color here to the entrance. I've got some lights, some rope lights there that are very nice at night. The fire ring. We've been burning all kinds of stuff, but here it is. This is Starlink. And it works well for the most part, very fast. We only get those outages every few minutes. It's like do I have a bug here? Like a 10-second outage because of those trees. You know, we don't really have a clear view of the entire sky, but so far I think it's been a good investment in our connectivity. And that's it. That's all I've got for you today here from our northern Florida retreat in the Big Bend area at Pelly Camp. Minitini 3. It's the big story here. So until the next one, thank you so much for watching, and see you on the road. In my RV, yeah. riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. And 'cause I'm free in my RV, yeah, I'm riding, riding, riding. I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. 'Cause I'm free in my RV.